Shalom, last time in all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostle, elders, great millstone, citation to the old for lit, just pushing this truth, because folk comes our true sacred charity. All right, this is the brother I'm on the bar from the Birmingham County and Alabama GMS. Then we'll get to the sentence going to, that's how about, how these devils, when they came into power, how the earth, has been under none but just duress, just these devils don't bring no peace, haven't brought no peace into the earth when they came to power, man, because all they do is rape, rob, and steal and take what's not theirs. They have not done nothing for the earth or for the nations of the earth. No benefit at all. And, they just destructive, man. These devils, what I mean by these devils, these Edomites, not so-called, but these Edomites, so-called white people, which really they are red people, man. They red, they are nothing but blood suckers, man. Leeches. Take what's not, like I said earlier, not what's not theirs, and leave, and just leave anybody or in the nation with nothing, man. Just to starve out and die, and claim and claim what's not theirs, for like heritage, you got these Khazars, over there in the land of Israel right now. They're not the real Israel, the real Israelites are so-called Negro Latino natives, man. They try to steal the heritage, which is not theirs. They try to claim that they are the Israel, or the Africans. Where I say the Africans is, the Hamites. We're the Hamites, and the other nation try to claim that this nation was all white, that nation was all white, which are nothing but lies, man. And these devils, so-called white people, the Edomites, and brought nothing but lies and deception to the world, man. No truth. There's no truth in these damn devils, man. So-called white people, Edomites, man. And nobody the Lord Yahweh Shai, when he returns, he's gonna destroy these damn devils, man. Put them in captivity, man. Hard bondage, man. Double, for all the atrocities and rape, rob, and murder they have done, to the earth and to the children of Israel, to the apple of his eye, man. Starting with the elect, with the elect of Israel, or the so-called Negro Latino natives. But I'm getting into it. First Maccabees 1:1, and it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of I think they say Chamia. Slaka was saying around the land of Chamia, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. So that's when Alexander, of Macedonia came into power. So in this verse, First Maccabees 1:12, 1 Maccabees 1:2, and made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth. So, he won many wars and slew strongholds and slew kings of the earth. I say, killed off, the leaders of the nations. And reading on First Maccabees 1:3, and went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, and so much that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. So when Alexander came into power, the Edomites came into power, they took many spoils of many nations, and so much that the earth was quiet before him. So the earth was, was at peace before Alexander came into power, man, and took peace from the earth, man. These devils, man, so-called white people, Edomites, man, when they came into power, they took them peace from the earth, man. Started wars, you know, started wars and confusion, deception, and all that, you know. That's what they do. You damn Edomites, man. You know. So from now, I want to get a precept. Going to the. This is no, that's not one. This is on Revelation 6:4, and they went out another horse that was red, and the power was given to him that sat on thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So yeah, that red horse going to these damn devils, man, the Edomites, man. You know, and you know that when they came into power, and they took them a peace from the earth, man. And that's what they doing, man, taking peace from the earth, man. You know, like I said, man, they just got the world, you know, in distress, you know, in mourning, you know, and just, you know, out of control, man. There's no order amongst these damn Edomites either, man. You know, they don't bring nothing but chaos and destruction and confusion. There's no order amongst these damn devils, man. That's why you see this world like it is, out of order, out of just rampant wicked, man. Nothing but wickedness around. You know, that's all these devils bring, man. All right. From now I'll go to Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So when the righteous are in authority, who are the righteous? The Israelites, so-called Negro Latino natives, man. The people rejoice when Israelites getting into power, man. You know, when Israel do get into power. Right now, Israelites, so-called Negro Latino natives, not in power. Now we still at the bottom. But when the Lord Yahweh Shai returns, the elite, starting with the elite of Israel, or the so-called Negro Latino natives, gonna be in power, man. And people gonna rejoice when the Israelites getting into power. But when the wicked bear rule, the people more so. Who in power right now? The wicked. Who the wicked? The so-called white people, the Edomites, red people, man. You know, the people are mourning, man, because of these devils, man. They're just taxing you more and more, and taking what's, you know, not theirs, you know, and constantly just putting more hell. Starting with the Israelites, putting hell on the Israelites, or so-called Negro Latino natives, you know, just constantly, like I say, you know, just put more burdens on the so-called Negro Latino natives, more than they could, you know, more than they could bear for, like, you know, paying bills or whatever, you know, paying tribute to these devils. They want more than, you know, what they can have, you know. They're just some greedy bastards, man. You know, they just want to keep messing around and taking, you know, more than, you know, what they need, you know, from the so-called Negro Latino natives, and, you know, the other nations as well. But mainly they really putting hell on the Israelites, so-called Negro Latino natives, man, because they know who we are, and they want to try to get rid of the Israelites, man. Because they want that birthright back, but it ain't going to happen, you know. So, from now on, go back to First Maccabees 1:4. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nation kings who became tributaries unto him. So, yeah. So to this day, you know, countries and nations are really paying tribute to the Edomites, the so-called white people, man. The bankers, the elites of the world, you know. And, you know, say so-called Negro Latino natives, we paying tribute to the damn devils, man. You know, that's who in power, man. You know, it just ain't no, hey, everybody, you know, we together, let's get along. You know, somebody's in power, man, just doing all this, writing these laws and legislations, putting out this exception of that the Lord was a white man, and this nation was white. The Israelites are Israel are white. You know, that's not true, man. All this no but lies and deception, man. You know, but the truth is being pushed out. Who being pushed out through the men of the Lord started, the apostles on down, Great Millstone, Apostle Hall, Apostle McCall, Apostle Ramlad, Apostle Gabal down. The elders on down. It's pushing truth. They push truth for years, and the men on down, it's pushing the truth, telling who the devils is, man. Who's ruling the earth right now, man? Who bought the earth and and chaos, man, and bought wars and diseases and pests, brought diseases upon the earth, man. It's from these damn devils, man. These Edomites, man. Got the earth, on edge, man. But the Lord put the Lord Yahweh Shah put a bound where he can't cross. Slack if I'm saying it wrong, but he put a bound where he can't cross. He can't cross a certain mark, where he got the whole he ain't got the whole earth and messed up, but just mostly of it, but not all. In some parts of the earth, these devils haven't got. The Lord not gonna let the devils get messed with. But in entirety, if I like, in most of the earth, these devils got the earth and under duress, man. And destroying the earth, cutting down the trees, and just being greedy, man. But this verse, First Maccabees 1:5, and after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. And First Maccabees 1:6, wherefore he called his servants such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and brought his kingdom on them while he was yet alive. First Maccabees 1:7, so Alexander reigned 12 years and died. So after he died, back in 1:6, he departed. He departed, his goods or whatever to the ones that he saw fit to have, split it amongst them, amongst the men that they said he grew up in his youth. But reading on First Maccabees 1:8, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place. First Maccabees 1:9, after his death they put crowns upon their heads, so did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied on the earth. So when that happened, when Alexander gave his, to split up his wealth or whatever you want to say, he split up the what he had amongst, like I said, the men that he grew up in his youth. They said, First Maccabees 1:5. That was 1:5. That's when they put crowns on their heads and their sons after them. In many years, evils multiplied on earth. So evils, wickedness, populated more and more. Once that happened, man, and peace was taken away from the earth, man. When these devils in power got into power, man. There's been nothing but hardships, mourning, just constantly just being tormented by these damn devils, man. But they at the end of their reign. They at the end of it, man. It's the end of it, of their rulership, man. And it's going down the drain. Yahweh Shai, it's going to take this place down. America and these damn devils rulership down, man. The Edomites, man, rulership down. So-called white people rulership down, man. There's nothing they're gonna do about it. They gonna go to war with the Lord, but the Lord gonna prevail, destroy the damn devils, man, and put them into slavery and captivity, man. They gonna build up the kingdom, and after 1,000 years, after they get done building up the kingdom, gonna be burnt up, be wiped away forever. So I'll see what they want to go next, but Yeah, so that's it. I ain't wanna go too much on that. Just going to about how how these devils came to power. When the devils came to power, when they took peace away from the earth. Because these damn devils, so-called white people, they nothing but death. They are not about life. You know, they take and take and take. They don't give shit. They don't. They have not benefited nothing for this earth or the world, man. Ain't been nothing but they did nothing but the lies and deception, and then took what not theirs, man. Took what not theirs. What not belonged to them. And they trying to get that birthright back, from the Israelites, the so-called Negro Latino natives, but it's not gonna happen. But with that, ain't gonna make it too long. So again, like God, praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Kakadash, to the apostles, elders, to the Sisakian brothers, to the few Awasitas that do listen. Keep the faith in Yahweh Shai. Keep fighting with that. Say shalom.